Hello, my dear friend, brothers and sisters. As I promised you people earlier, I said it's going to be fire for fire today, back to back. In fact, any kind of news you want to hear today from this platform, I can assure you, you must surely get to hear it, either from the news, Nigerian news, world news, Biafran news, entertainment, everything. Even if you want church news, I go give on. Okay, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, I beg this one have to do with Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, where the indigenous people of Biafra, they don't come out now, say something about the killing of the 8 Nigerian security personnel by the government. If you go to Simon Ekpa, what do they call it, platform, he was busy celebrating the killing of his own fellow human being. I don't know that the cannibalism is still existence in our country called Nigeria. Instead of him to be remorseful, he was busy. He said that these people that now so they collect woto, that these people went to kill the people that are on their normal patrol, on their normal road, on their normal routine patrol, was killed and burned to ashes. A human being doesn't show any remorse, even if you have the hand in whatever that happens there. Some people kill people, and also the more people they kill. But this one, you come out and rub it on the face of the world that yes, he knows what happened to them, because it is not quite long ago you inaugurated the Biafran Legion Army, and they are the one that come out in existence and also said we are responsible for whatever that happened to these people. In fact, we take charge of it. According to their spokesperson, he was busy saying he saw Hope danger wearing a ubuata like person who is going to farm, and if you want to buy him, you would have done that. Look at this man. If you have the authority, if you have the power to do that, you would have done that right from that very moment. You dey make my okay. Why are you leaving him? You are leaving him alive to be wreaking more havoc, or what? I don't understand. Yes, now, if you are leaving him for him to wreak more havoc in Imo State, that means you don't know what you are saying. That means you don't even have power to do that. You only have power for all these small operations. And your so-called boss, the autopilot boss, is busy celebrating the death of another. He's busy saying they will collect more woto. That is his security outfit doing that. And there's some people out there who will tell me and they comment him and said, oh, Ekpa have done well. Okay, he have done well. 8 people was killed. But go and write it and know how many people that the military, the police, and army will kill in that very particular Mbano. Innocent people who knows nothing about what happened. And people were busy praising him. When you talk, they will come out of my comment section simply because they know how to type A or B. Even some people who can't even construct a more good English, let me put it that way, or a more constructive statement that people can read, at least understand what they said. All of them is commenting. Some of them self are tout on the street, and that is why the movement of Biafra now have turned to tout movement, because of the operation of Simon Ekpa. Well, let him continue with the mode of operation. If Nigerian government is not the one sponsoring this man, the same way they abducted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they will have make move for that. But they are the one that is sponsoring him. That is why you see everywhere was scam. They are not saying anything. The only thing they will say is that faction and the disciple of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In other words, they are trying to attribute everything that is happening, that every activities of Ekpa to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And that is the main reason they will keep on holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And when you talk, these people who don't have brain will not listen to you. They will not listen. Listen to me. No matter how small the government is, you don't give the government ultimatum. We are going on a 3 weeks civil disobedience, and they will collect woto. This is small. They will collect woto. If they don't free the people that they are holding and their IPOB they are holding on their cells and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you give government ultimatum. That means you will end up destroying your own region, all in the name of you are destroying government. You are not destroying government, because their money is going underground. You are doing the physical part of it, while the money, all the whole shit dealings they are doing is underground. All our gas and crude oil is going underground to where they are refining it or where they are selling it. So who is fooling who here? Some people will not reason with their head. They only reason with their anus. Because once you say anything now, if I come out tomorrow now and begin to campaign, oh, let us go and burn Nigeria refinery or the pipeline or whatever, you will see people, I will gather a lot of followers. People will be following me, clapping for me. But indirectly, I am destroying my own land, not their own land. If you kill one policeman by unknown government or his so-called Biafran Legion Army, be rest assured that 10, 15, 20 of innocent civilians who are Biafrans, not foreigners, will go for it. Are we increasing or are decreasing? Are we against our people or with our people? That is the question you need to ask. You are enforcing it at home, fine and good. Why sending your armies to go and killing and be killing Nigerian military men or security personnel? You don't want them in their land. I mean, I don't understand. This is a call for concern. Yesterday, 2 ASP and 1 inspector was killed in Enugu State. Now they say it's unknown government, according to some media house where go talk to do. But be rest assured that in the next news we hear now from this so-called Nigerian what do they call it? Nigerian propagandist media houses, brand envelope media house, they come out now and say it was ESN and IPOB. They will not call autopilot again. Everything that happened now is IPOB, is ESN. But they have a Biafran Legion Army that is being inaugurated by Simon Ekpa. Nobody is calling them. They will only call the one that will make them to continue holding Martin Nnamdi Kanu or to deny him justice at their court. Make on abusing this, I didn't say you should not abuse me. Continue abusing me, fine and good. I have said it and I still repeat myself. The end will justify. IPOB condemns bloody attack and killing of 8 Nigerian security personnel by gunmen. This one is from the office of Martin Nnamdi Kanu and his writers. Anyway, make on hear wetin dey happen. This our brother will be investigative journalist. His name na David Hunduyin. He don raise alarm. He said, and I quote, "Hold President Tinubu responsible if I die. He has personal bone to pick with me for revealing his fake reputation." David Hunduyin raises alarm. Well, my wonderful people, I beg, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Let us read in between the lines because there's no time to tell time. I don't have time to waste, neither you have time to be listening to all the things I'm saying. The only thing you are interested in is for me to go straight to the point. So that is what I'm about to do. Please help me like, share, comment, and make sure you do what? You subscribe to my channel if it touches your heart for a better experience. I didn't say you should not criticize me. Your opinion is well respected. Even the abuse is also well respected because what I am running on my platform is a democracy, is not autocracy, whereby nobody will talk. Anybody that talk, you say, but I can, my dear, even if you like, you can call me whatever name you like. Fine and good, though. It doesn't touch my body because now your opinion and now you get your mouth. The indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by Martin Nnamdi Kanu, have spoken. They have condemned in strongest terms the bloody attack that led to the killings of 8 joint security personnel, including the Nigerian police officers, military officers, and the officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, will be NSCDC at the Hime Mbano local government area of Imo State. According to Okute News, reported on Tuesday that the gunmen shot and burnt 8 officials of the Joint Task Force in Eke Nko Oma Lumako in the local government area of the state. The hoodlums were said to have taken the Joint Task Force team unaware, ambushed and shot them, killing 2 Nigerian Navy staff, 2 officials of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, 2 soldiers, and 2 policemen. This one a very great war. I'm very, very sure that people in that very particular community have deserted their community. This is what we are talking about. Instead of you to bring peace to the community, you are chasing people out of their ancestral land, and people were clapping for you. And they said, you are doing the right thing. Because of me to be hana, on our way, but never mind, he will touch every Okeke and Okafor. Reacting to the attack, IPOB, heavily led by Martin Nnamdi Kanu, issued a statement on Thursday by its media and publicity secretary. Ima Powerful described it as a reckless attack, stressing that such shedding of blood is not needed to achieve Biafra freedom in our territory. Powerful stated that the Biafran agitation championed by IPOB since 2012 had been totally peaceful until the Nigerian government started sponsoring splinter groups in order to blackmail IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader, adding that today the monsters they have spoon-fed are consuming them. He alleged that the Nigerian government overtly and covertly sponsors criminal activities in Biafra land, that's the Southeast Territory, so that they can tarnish the hard-earned global image of a non-violent IPOB movement and additionally hope to blackmail ESN, that's Eastern Security Network, an armed wing of IPOB, which was a product of necessity set up to fill the gap. According to Powerful, the Nigerian government knows those behind this latest attack on security personnel. They shouldn't feign ignorance or claim to be surprised because they are working with the perpetrators of that unnecessary attack in order to blackmail IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sacrificing some Nigerians, police and military officers live to achieve blackmail against IPOB has been their old strategy and dirty game. If indeed the Nigerian government is interested in fishing out the murderers of the police officers at a Himembano, they know exactly what to do and where to focus their attention. We therefore ask the Nigerian police to go after the criminals who murdered their colleagues and not after innocent villagers. That is what we are saying. IPOB, however, warned against invasion of a Himembano community by security personnel as a result of the attack and killing of the security officers. Nigerian security forces must know that the villagers are innocent and are not safe in the hands of these criminals who are claiming to be fighting for Biafran freedom, but who, in actual fact, are proxies of the Nigerian government set up to destabilize the Biafra land. IPOB doesn't encourage people to murder or waste innocent people's lives because lives are sacred and must be preserved and protected. We encourage Nigerian security to use their intelligence prowess to fish out the perpetrators. Nevertheless, we in IPOB condemn the siege and attack on the southeast by the police and military and the other Nigerian security forces. Nigerians must dismantle illegal roadblocks that they have set up across the southeast region to be extorting from motorists. They have mounted roadblocks and illegal checkpoints but are still not able to stop criminals. That is the problem. And you tell me they don't know the people that are doing all these things, that they are bloody liars. As we condemn the bloody attack on the public and the military, we also condemn the indiscriminate military and police roadblocks in the southeast. The Nigerian security forces should let Ndibo breathe. Let the southeast breathe. A Ghana-based Nigerian investigative journalist, David Hundoyen, has raised the alarm, saying that Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be held responsible if anything happens to him, David, or if he dies, according to the news of today. Hundoyen, who said this in a video he personally posted on X platform, formerly Twitter, alleged that President Tinubu was after his life because he revealed the president was alleged a drug trafficker and certificate forger, which, according to him, unveiled Tinubu's fake reputation. The journalist who fled Nigeria to Ghana in 2020 and was granted asylum and refuge status in 2022 said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was using the Nigerian security intelligence to mount pressure on the Ghanaian government to repatriate him to Nigeria and get him killed. According to Hundoyen, President Tinubu has intensified his alleged quest to kill him after he has leaked a secret document revealing how Tinubu, who is also the chairman of the Economic Community of West African States ECOWAS, illegally deployed Nigerian special forces to the territory of the Niger Republic to attack the military leaders of the neighboring country over coup. He said a secret document was leaked to me, a document which contained basically attack instructions and basically staging plans for this illegal invasion of Niger. And I knew that by putting these documents out, I could potentially stop a catastrophic invasion which will lead to an immense and unnecessary loss of West African life. So that is exactly what I did as an investigative journalist. Early in the month of August, I put out these documents and we have had the desired effect. It did. In fact, stop the invasion subsequently. Mr. Tinubu then tried to seek permission from Nigeria Senate to deploy the Nigerian military in Niger. The Senate knocked this back, and to all intents and purposes, the invasion essentially became a stillbirth. It didn't happen, which from the point of view of any right-thinking person in the ECOWAS sub-region knows was definitely a good outcome. After I leaked this document, I was made aware from several sources that the Nigerian military establishment and the Nigerian intelligence establishment became essentially particularly enraged with me. So I have been a person of interest for a long time, but with that, I became designated as something of an enemy of the state. Hundeyin said that the Nigerian government is trying every possible means to secretly pressure the Ghanaian government into repatriating him to Nigeria and use him to settle a personal score, as President Tinubu has a personal bone to pick with him. The entire purpose of having me return to Nigeria is not to even on a personal score, because the person who is apparently the president of Nigeria now, as I am sure everyone is aware, has a personal bone to pick with me, because I am the journalist who is responsible for essentially destroying whatever false reputation he was trying to build in the international space, and the journalist who revealed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a drug trafficker according to the news, and is a certificate forger, both of which are about to have a significant impact on his continuous stay in office. This is an attempt to settle a grudge using a sovereign country, which is Ghana, as a sort of blunt force to get out one individual. This is the exact kind of behavior that the Nigerian state was renowned for during the 80s and 90s under the military era. And at that time, of these very people who are in power now, including this president in power right now, did actually find some sort of safe refuge and heaven in Ghana when he went to exile. It is very well known that if for whatever reason I were to be returned to Nigeria, I would not survive it. This is not a secret. So I am putting this appeal out there publicly. I wasn't going to do this initially, but seeing it doesn't look like there are many options left, and the fact that the Nigerian government is trying to weaponize my use of Ghanaian passport and my permanent residence in Ghana, I am constrained to put this message out in a public domain, at the very least for record purposes. So if anything were to happen to me, I hope it doesn't happen, but if something were to happen to me, everyone should know who is responsible for it and under what circumstances these things happened. If I end up becoming a journalist who ends up dead because I did my job well, I want everyone to know who was responsible. Hundeyin said, stressing that Tinubu was using his position for personal vendetta around the world. This message is from David Hundeyin, the investigative journalist that specializes on opening the nyash of people who claims what they are not. So my wonderful BIAFRAN brothers and sisters, and I don't hear them, now so the thing take happen. So they're gonna help me, they pass this message so that we get to the right authority, so that they will also defend this young man's right. Because Nigerian government have been out there for him, according to him, not me talk. He said the president is after his life. That is why they are secretly forcing and trying to intimidate Ghana to revoke his permanent resident and also his passport, so that he will be repatriated to Nigeria to face what they call to face the music. But whichever way it is, I know that some people also knows the right thing to do, unless they want to do to him the same way they did to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because Nigeria is a movie country. Anything is possible, because the country have turned to a banana republic. Well, whichever way you take it or whichever way you understand it, I just want you people to know that this young man is crying and needed help from the general public, not only from Nigerian people or from Ghanaian people, also from the world. Now look at what is happening. As he's crying now, nobody will show any concern. But when it happens now, just like what happened to Mohbad, then everybody will be carrying a placard here and there. Justice for Mohbad, justice for Hundeyin. But now nobody will cry with him or help him share the message or retweet it. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria, and also in the midst of our youths who keep on supporting what is not supportable or defending what is not defendable. Well, whichever way you may see it, I think now here I will have to call it a quit. I'm coming back again with another blog, but I promise you today, I said any news you want to hear today, entertainment, gospel, Nigerian news, politics, or whatever, be rest assured that I will bring it to the table today. Have a nice day. And help me share this message, like, comment, and do what? And subscribe to my channel for a better experience and better videos to come. I'll be right back. Have a nice day. May the good Lord, the only one who created the heaven and earth, and our ancestors, grant you the desires of your heart in this day's Friday. Please drink responsibly. Bye for now. Keynesiano.